Hey guys, it's Q Talks, your source for music, music reviews, topics, etc., etc., etc. Today, we're coming with a story time. I said a story time. Okay, so today's story is the time I went to the hoodest party ever. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say it was the hoodest party ever for anybody ever. It was the hoodest party for me. Okay, so it starts out like this. Me and my friend, we're gonna name him Bill. Me and my friend, we decide, okay, we're gonna go to this party. He tells me about it. He says, oh, it's gonna be hella hoes. It's gonna be cracking. So, I'm like, all right. I love hoes. I'm down for it. So, a little backstory. I live in Chicago, and you hear all the stories about Chicago. It's not as bad as they would paint it on the screen, but it is pretty bad at the same time. So, we go, and he says it's this kind of THC drink. It's a lady who makes it. I don't know if she has a website. I'll figure it out from her. But she makes these alcohol or non-alcoholic THC drinks. So you have a potential to be high and drunk. And these things actually work pretty well. So we go to this party, and it was the Pixie party, the little drink party. They had a party. We went there first. She had a THC cake. Now, I've smoked a lot in my lifetime. I did never see a fucking THC cake. It was just an all black frosted cake. It actually looked pretty good. It was pretty tasty, but it was pretty sweet. So, we eat that or whatever. I'm starting to feel a little buzz. I'm feeling good. We start to play this game, and it was a pretty interesting game. So pretty much the person asks the question, and you have to name 3 things that relate to that question. It's kind of hard to explain, but you get like a little timer, and it goes for about 3 seconds. So you have to name 3 things in at least a second. So you can understand how crazy that gets when you're pretty fucking high, and everybody is around you is high as fuck, and you trying to hurry up and think of these answers, and your brain ain't fucking make it all the way there yet. So if you didn't get the answer right, you had to take a shot of some mystery shit. It tasted like water, but supposedly it was full of THC, and a lot of people were scared to even drink it. So I don't know. I did end up having to drink it like twice, but I'll get to the point where that doesn't matter. Okay. We play the party, whatever, it's all fun. We getting ready to go. We didn't stay for too long, probably for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We ended up getting some from her. I wasn't about to buy any, but my friend asked me if I want one, and I'm like, "Oh, you finna get it?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, I got you." So I'm like, all right, cool. Give me the one with the alcohol. So I got a tequila. I think it was mixed with OG Kush, if I'm not mistaken. But it was really, really good. Like, she's also a bartender. She got her license for bartending too. So she's really good at what she's mixing these drinks. You're not just putting drinks with THC. So yeah, we grab those. We say, all right, y'all, peace. We dip out. So we go back home pretty much to his house, and we grab the girls because his girl and her friends were coming too, and we had to get just a couple other people really. So we go back, we take about, I want to say 2 cars, 2 or 3 cars, something like that. We end up pulling up to this place, and I've never been over here before. I'm in the city, in and out, but I'm also in the burbs. But I moved to the city like recently, so I'm more in the city now. But my whole life I've been in the burbs, so you know. But we pull up to this party, and I'm already getting, you know, red flag vibes when I'm looking at the people that are kind of security at the door. These motherfuckers already look sketchy as fuck, so I'm like, damn. So the girls already went in ahead of us because they made it there before we made it there. We get there, we walk through the gangway, you know, it's like a little side of the house thing. We walk through, we go up these stairs, we knock on the door. The door opens up. It's this dude who looked like T Grizzly, bruh. Bruh looked like T Grizzly. His ass was like, hey, who you with? So we all like, oh, we came to, I'm gonna say her name is Kia. We came to come to Kia's party. And then he was like, who? She ain't here. She ain't here. So we might have low key went to the wrong spot. So we were like, all right, boom. We end up leaving back out. Some dudes behind us end up leaving with us. So pretty much, I hear these dudes over talking, and dudes like, bro, my fucking ops was in that damn party. Shit, bro, like, I had to get the fuck up out of there. We were surrounded. And then his homie proceeds to say, all right, we finna spin this bitch right back around. At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm a chill ass dude. I'm not for none of this shit. I just want to motherfucking chill with some hoes and be cool in it, you know? I could have stayed at that motherfucking THC party and we were all having fun, just, you know, kicking it. So my homie was like, no, I gotta go back in there. My sister in there. And this is my other homie, I'm gonna call him Dan. So Dan decides we need to go back in, or he was going back in there. So we wasn't finna just leave, bro, and not do anything. Let him go back in there. He might get fucking jumped for all we know, cause when I peeked in there, I kinda had a good look in there. It was a back room surrounded with dudes, and all these dudes had on like designer bulletproof vests. You know the people you've seen them. People had designer bulletproof vests. But that was like the first time I seen that shit. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm pretty sure these bitches can't like stop bullets. But I don't know, these motherfuckers be out here, so they might actually got something that can stop bullets. My homie goes back in. We're sitting there like, all right, fuck it, we going back in too. So we go in, he talking to her like, yeah, my sister in there. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get his sister. And then I guess his sister told them like, no, they with us. Then Kia was like, all right, no, they with me. Oh, they was like, oh, you with Kia? And then we was like, yeah, we with Kia. And they were like, all right, go ahead. So we proceed to walk in this motherfucker, and all these dudes are surrounded in this alleyway. And I'm like, what the fuck? Not alleyway, but you know, in the, they were surrounded in like this back room area. It was a back room area, but it was like big, and they were just in the pitch black dark. Like they were on some secret ops mission or some shit. I don't know what the fuck was going on in this party. So we walk in, everybody just giving us a look. Like, who the fuck are these dudes? Walk in that bitch, and it's a pretty decent size because it's like an Airbnb, but it wasn't nothing crazy. But it was like the length of it, it had a lot of like space. So we walking through, the kitchen is kind of big. So it's like a whole bunch of gang dudes sitting on everything. They sitting on the kitchen tables. They sitting with some bitches rolling up. They fucking all pop pills. Motherfucker, everybody had a blunt like proceeding to roll up, because I feel like if they didn't have a blunt to roll up, they would be ready to shoot everybody in that motherfucker. So what I was getting was, my black ass shouldn't be here. So let's go get these motherfuckers. So We end up going all the way in the front. And this is where, the party was actually going. It was people dancing. Of course, they had to be dancing to some extremely, like, disrespect your block song. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in a different area right now that I'm used to being in. So at this point, I'm not even high no more. I was fucking high as shit after that fucking Pixie party. At this point, I'm not high anymore. Like, I'm red alert. Like, oh shit. Like, I gotta be on my P's and Q's in this bitch because I know at least 98% of the people, not just dudes, but the girls too, had poles meaning guns, on them at this party. And I've never been in a situation where most of the party has a gun. You might know a couple people have a gun or something, but they ain't probably finna use it unless it's necessary. These motherfuckers, they were drunk, off a pill, high as fuck, off of weed, and probably off some other shit. They probably leaned out, all types of shit. And if you look at them the wrong way, all those things gonna emotionally affect these fuckers to just be like, fuck you, bang, and it's over. So, I'm just sitting here at the fucking wall, like, looking around like, nah, we're not about to do this. So we were all thinking the same thing pretty much. We were like, I don't know about, some more than others. Some were on the scale from 1 to 10 terrified, they was on the 11, and some were like at a 4. I think 4 was the lowest that people were. But so we sitting here, and one of the girls, my homie's girlfriend, she's like, I want to see my cousin. Her cousin is Kia. She wanted to see her cousin before she left. So she came around, she eventually got around, and it seemed like a whole bunch of shit was breaking off. And then you hear a dude in the back, he was talking about, hey man, I don't give a fuck who know who, don't be bringing no more motherfuckers in here. When he said that, I was like, you know what? I don't even think we supposed to be in this bitch. I don't think he want anything to do with us. I think we should get the fuck up out of here. So after they, she met with her or whatever, they was like, all right, let's finish this blunt and then we can leave. So earlier they made a blunt, but they crushed a pill in it. And I don't do pills and shit like that. Like, I smoke, but I don't really like indulge in anything else but smoking. I did try LSD. I'm gonna do a story on that. That's coming. But not to go on a tangent. They put a pill on the blunt, a little bit of a pill. I think it was like a half a pill, and they, sprinkled it in. They were sitting there smoking it back and forth, back and forth. They wanted to pass me that bitch, and I immediately said hell no for 2 reasons. One, obviously I don't do pills, but 2, I need to be on my P's and Q's. These motherfuckers they got me on high alert. Like, I've been in areas where you gotta kind of be on your P's and Q's, but this spot was like a war zone. Like, it was like some shit can pop off any second, especially because those dudes already said they was gonna spin back around, like they was coming back, and they were coming back and making sure they was gonna get something. So pretty much, they finish it. No, they didn't finish it yet. We're still smoking it. Some dude stopped the music, and all you hear is, hey, fo, who is you? And I don't know who they were talking to, because I was sitting in the hallway, and they was talking to somebody in the front, and it wasn't nobody that we knew, so it wasn't none of our business, really. So all you hear is, oh, who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? I couldn't hear the other dude. He was kind of mumbling and shit. I'm pretty sure he was scared as fuck because he was probably somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, just like those other dudes were. Or unless they came back and then they just said, fuck it. But all you hear is the music turn off. I see people coming towards our way, motherfucker. I seen 2 girls go in the bathroom. I seen 2 girls go in the bedroom. I seen motherfucking people walking around like normal. And I seen people look like they got a little nervous. So I was kind of confused myself, and I'm like, oh shit, like, is shit gonna pop off, or am I just tweaking right now? What's really going on? So I never knew what happened to dude. I don't know if he got his ass beat, possibly. But so pretty much we meet her. We say hey. She was looking good that day too. She was looking real good. We meet him. We say hey. We dip out. Wait, no. I gotta say this part. So we in this motherfucker. There is this like older lady. I don't know who she was, but you could tell she was definitely older than the crowd that was there. And that crowd was a mix of people, but you could tell she was like elder out of this crowd. She goes around to every group in that motherfucker, and she was like, hey, don't let none of these motherfucker ops run up in this bitch. Y'all better have y'all shit ready and loaded. And then you just hear the dudes like, yeah. And then they like, hey, they ain't playing with none of that shit. Y'all better protect y'all shit. Stop fucking playing. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah, hey, you know I got y'all back. I'm down. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? This is like the evilest place you could be in. Like, I mean, y'all do what y'all do, but god damn, like, this is a party? Nigga, there should never be a time where I go to a party and feel like I gotta watch my back the whole fucking time. Like, that just doesn't add up to me. But I guess if you live that life, I guess that's the way you have fun, and I don't know how fun that is. But, you know, that's another story. Maybe somebody can tell me about that. So, we end up getting ready to leave. Cool, I'm like, thank you. The girl's already walking in front of us, they leaving out. So it's me and my homie, Bob. So we walk in, They closed the fucking door. And we still, like, we was walking down the stairs like we was finna get ready to go out the back. And they closed the door. And at this moment, I felt like we fucked up and we were about to be in a really fucked up situation. My heart actually dropped in this situation. The whole time I was able to keep my cool. But at this time, I'm like, ah, fuck, they finna be on bullshit with us. So they closed the door. I'm like, fuck. And even my homie, he said, he was even like, fuck. Like, I didn't know what the fuck's finna happen. We was like, we finna get ready to leave. We finna leave with them. They was like, oh, y'all finna leave too? Like, all right. Open the door. And they was kind of guarding the door. Like, if you play Call of Duty or some shit and somebody like manning the door and you do the little shoulder thing, they throw a little smoke on there and come in slow motion. It was kind of like that. These motherfuckers was sitting there waiting for like they ops to come in and do some shit. And I was like, you know what? I don't even know if I really want to go out this back because they might be just sitting out back and they might just pop it the first person that they see and think, okay, well, we got one of these motherfuckers. So I don't know what the fuck happened. We walked down the stairs, we leaving out, and then the gangway, I see some dude like getting picked up by his shirt by some other dude, and he was like, come on, man, like, you know I ain't gonna do you like that. Come on, bro. And, you know, he aggressively stole off his ass. He, boy, stop fucking playing with me. Why can't I beat your ass right now? I guess he might have fucked him over. Wasn't my business. Don't care. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. So, you know, we got up out of there, and, you know, that pretty much was it. But, like, at the time, it just didn't feel real. Like, it felt like a fucking movie. Like, the way everything planned out, that shit did not seem like a real thing. And I was like, fuck, like, I'm not trying to be stuck in a situation like this ever again. So later down the line, you know, we talked about it with her. We was like, yeah, that's not our type of party. I don't even know why you told us about this shit. And then she tried to, you know, come up and say, well, why didn't y'all speak when they asked you anything? I'm like, well, we did speak, for one. And for two, like, I gotta speak. Like, I didn't understand that part. Like, but I guess at the same time, they probably going through their things with the people that they going through it with. So it's a war zone over there, and it's kind of sad though. It's kind of sad that that's really how a party has to be. Like, it has to be let me watch my back, because my ops can creep in this bitch at any moment and take all of us out, or get at least one of us, and then we gotta retaliate and get 3 of theirs, and then it's a never ending cycle. And that's, I didn't mean to make it to a really serious point, but it is a serious thing, because our city needs that type of help, but everybody envies everybody, and everybody wants to be the top guy, and they don't care who they gotta step on to get there. And it shouldn't have to be like that. I show love wherever I'm at, so I never really get any issues, but it is what it is. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that story time. It's Q Talks. Go ahead and leave a subscription. I know you want to look at more. I got more coming. Like I said, I got that LSD story for you. It was a crazy experience, and I'm going to go as much as I possibly can on that, because it was kind of hard to remember everything, but I remember the important shit. Like the video, comment, let me know what you think. What was the hoodest party you ever been to? I know everybody goes their own experiences. I want to know what your hood parties are like in your state. Like, Chicago, you know how they get the rep, but I want to know how it is in Montana. Let me know how it is in North Dakota. Like, tell me, tell me what it is. All right, y'all, have a good one. Peace, love.